Hey, what's up guys, Danger King Random here, back here again with another banger video, part 3 of Let's Play Horizon 2 Forbidden West. Let's get into the video. Right, so, what shall we do first guys? Now we've arrived here in settlement I do not know the name of. No. Right. Crest. Unknown machine strike, unknown, Stitcher. Oh, yeah, that's where you dyed the colour of your outfits. Workbench. Let's check out what the workbench is. I mean, I've already checked out, haven't we, at the little workshop up. I don't know, back up, up in the Daunt further in. I found one, so I've probably already done everything. Yeah, it's not different at the settlement though. I guess this is my cache. Yep. Got some guy to talk to.
Shop was closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Almost ready to go?
Shop looks closed. Yep. Cool. So, I don't know, I guess we have to wait and he'll open the shop up later.
I'm okay. Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to the merchant here.
Oi, you're that Nora machine hunter.
Yes, well, shocker. Yeah, let me talk to the
I'm drunk, you.
Stitcher. Yes, I want to talk to the Stitcher.
Oh, no, that's not okay.
Stop being so drunk and let me talk to this damn Stitcher. Why can't I not talk to the Stitcher? Right, oh, fine. Is there a way? Oh. That's why, because he doesn't serve people at the front desk. He serves them when they sneak in through the back. Oh, nope, he just doesn't want to talk to me. I guess all the stores are closed. Okay, no. Maybe they won't be able to clear out all the machines in the Gaunt as I think they're supposed to. Herbalist, whom I also cannot talk to. I'm sorry, is there anyone I can talk to?
Stash this away for later.
I assume this is the brewery. Where Petra is, or
Hey Milda.
maybe it's just the
Milda.
restaurant. Maybe it's
Took
both.
some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
You sell food!
Are
Someone
Oven's people
comes in,
causing
you're like, what?
problems?
Just get to you, and it's like food.
They
Oh, of
constantly
course.
demand my best,
Of
but
course
the
you wanted
equipment
food.
I
Couldn't
need
have
to
wanted
make
something
my
else.
signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the oven discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, no trouble.
What is
How
this
did you
place?
end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work.
I see.
So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
How did you end up in Chain Scrape?
Oh, I already asked
Heard
that
about it.
question.
So, some of the...
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients.
They always just start to tell Petty what out. Anyone nice.
I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
So that's what gratitude sounds like. There's no heard
Already got
gratitude
enough
from
bitter
that.
leaf.
That's a bit sad.
Just need to hunt for some wild meat. Then grab a metal panel from the scrounger pile.
Petra in here. Oh, what's that?
Another. Thought Nora stayed in their sacred land.
And you can shut up. Oh, that's Petra. I guess there's just something to scan.
Aloy. Come for that beer after all, eh?
Yeah.
Sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
What's that mean?
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold
you
brew
own the
and knocking
brewery?
some heads together can't fix eventually.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvind was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
I see.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids.
The settlement
Give 'em half a
definitely feels
reason,
a lot
they'll
more,
blame the Karja for anything.
a lot better than the other settlements in the first game. It's like more people walking
thought you'd
about,
be back
and
in
well,
Free.
you can go inside buildings.
After the big battle at Meridian,
More buildings
I went
anyhow.
back,
Well,
but realized
buildings.
it was running
just in
smooth.
general.
Didn't
Like,
need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
There was only
and
like
go
1 or
back
2
east.
buildings you could go in the
I ain't
first
one to
game.
leave a lit forge.
Most settlements
Besides,
didn't have any buildings
someone's
you
got to
could
be
go
a squeaky
inside.
wheel for the workers around here.
It's quite good.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
So, you're technically...
This concession decree. What is it exactly? And how would it help Olvind?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvind has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Let me just deactivate this quest for a bit. Wait, what was on my inventory? Oh. Special gear. Lens of Dawn, Lens of Morning. Petra. Apparently there's a character I've missed somehow. Okay, so this is... the signal lenses are one of the new collectibles. That's good. I'll need to get every single one of them then, won't I? And yeah, more stuff in here. Got a quest down there. We've got Machine Striker Beginner. The Melee Pit, whatever one of them is. So this Machine Striker is apparently inside, and I've just left for no reason. Okay. Yeah, I saw it on the way in here.
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Actually, you've
Well,
got one
aren't you
from
in luck
Digital
then?
Deluxe.
I got an extra set. A Tanakh original, straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Alright. Why not? I guess beginner set.
All right,
Start.
let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner?
Yeah.
That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are,
It looks like I've
the distance they can strike from,
two.
and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward.
Move it forward.
And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a... Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power. A machine's combat power is a combination and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And so in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So this means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yeah.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my...
Okay, do you want to let me just attack it then?
Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out.
So in actuality, it can move 3
Downside to
spaces.
sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack.
Oh.
Now some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion.
Okay.
Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Now off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going.
Okay.
Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining... You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing.
Yeah, like here, because I'd be killing your last piece.
Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're going to receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks.
Why not?
I'll
Wow.
think about it.
Yeah, why not? Terrain knockback, machine type skills, okay. Well, these are all still tutorials, but why not?
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machine. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. It's also not attacking, so this means go ahead and
Good,
there you
lovely.
go. Now, it can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since it's standing on grassland terrain, this terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up
Stack all
to
the
1
different
point.
plates on top of each other.
Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare, you'll see that you won't, whenever you can, go ahead.
Okay.
Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, but knocking, not only... All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll
Quite a
add to
fun
your
little
machine's
thing.
combat power. However, this is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on them, but it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left.
Oh yeah, -1.
See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering for me for now. Promise it'll all...
You know, let's just skip to beginner's practice.
Let's do this!
I'll do that other tutorial at some other time. Okay, what? Let's go over there. And... oh no, there.
Your move, Red. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. Time to make my move. Board's all yours. You got me down to one piece. I am impressed. Ah, looks like I lost.
Oh, that's a fun little mini
You know where
game
to find
to
me, Red.
find and play every now and then, so that's fun. Apparently there's an unusable campfire. Oh, nope, it's just red for who knows what reason. I will be right back. And I'm back. Let's have some fun. Okay, so we've explored up there in that part. Let's go explore this area. What's down here? Anything interesting? Hold up, are those chains? Wait, the chains aren't even changing individual loot. Illuminati confirmed. I'm joking, it's got nothing to do with that. A bit loud with my new headset earphones. Okay, that's much better. Maybe I'll up the volume a little bit. Cool. Okay. So, sorry, I've got new. My headset's broke, so I'm using my earphones. I know I'm just having to.
We almost died because of
it.
Have you seen us?
Oh, look, can't
What
these
are we
guys,
supposed to do?
These are the guys from the mines. His leg healed up quick.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem. Lokuf here came back trembling like a twig.
Hey, what's important
They
is
healed up
everyone made it
quickly.
out. No thanks to Olvin.
Have you talked to him yet?
We're on the waiting list.
Doesn't have the guts to face all of us at once.
We need to stick together, in case he decides to send his goons over.
You're all banged up as it is. I can deal with Olvin. You don't need to stick around.
We know, you old hammer.
Just stay safe.
Okay.
Those bristlebacks don't bite your bum on the way out.
Okay, so this area seems to be mostly tents, whereas that area is all large-scale buildings, so that's cool.
I need to make this right.
We will. Don't worry.
What? Is that glowing? What is this? Green shine.
It's green like glaze, but it's hard and shiny.
Oh, so glaze is still green.
Merchants would be interested.
So, what's with the orange on the charger? Is that not blaze, the orange stuff in the canisters, or? But it's green like blaze, so blaze is still green, or are they just different kinds of blaze and the rest only has the orange? What? What? Well, this is a bigger map than the first game. Much bigger, and you can go back to, I don't actually, can we go back to Meridian now? Oh. Were we able to, I never actually even tried to leave the spies to go to the other areas. I assumed we'd still be able to, oh, that's a question. A dash of course, oh, right, so that's that quest with meat. Okay. Oh, I've still not checked out this melee pit thing.
Yes, I did. Don't pull that baby off. You know what we need?
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's Odor. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
Yeah.
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
No, you know, let's just go up with the challenge. Just go straight in with the challenges. Skip the tutorial, although it seems like I might have to do the tutorials for the others. Energize your spear, keep hitting your opponent R1.
You think your spear can deal with that armor? Use attacks to energize your spear. Then hit your opponent with a heavy or power attack to blast their armor off.
Maybe finally someone will have
That energy doesn't last forever. Shoot the glowing part of your opponent before the energy fades.
Ah, I didn't.
almost ready to go. Not again.
That spear can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it, and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents.
Got it. I bet I could do better now. I understand you're supposed to shoot it. So... Okay, so I need to learn a different skill. Okay.
Welcome back, Savior. Here for some practice?
Yeah. Unlimited time. In this mode there is no timer, you can practice your melee against. Yeah. Okay. Well. Gee, I'm not sure if you guys want to see me doing tutorial parts. Oh, never mind. This is a tutorial, I'm sure you guys will.
Attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks.
Hello? This is it.
The attacks break weapon blocks and do more damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack.
Of course. I love this game already. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. Power attacks, hold R2 to charge up spear. Okay.
Took a hammer to your head.
Power attacks smash weapon blocks to really hammer an enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
Okay. One more tutorial. Well, there's actually a lot more, but only one more that we can do at the moment. Yeah? Yeah, just this one that we can do at the moment. Oh, what is this? Keeping an enemy to build up energy, resonator on your spear. When fully charged, end of your spear will have a blue logo. Okay, so we're just doing the power thing. Cool.
Hey! Yeah!
Now to use that energy, try attacking your enemy. See if you can... The Savior of Meridian wins!
Well, I couldn't not win, could I? I'm the champion! The Savior of Meridian! I'm not the Nora. Defeater of Hades! Savior of the world! Alright, okay, now we still haven't unlocked those. And then that's just infinite time. Okay. Oh, turn off tomato pits. Okay, dash of course. What level actually am I? Level 3. Find errand. Alright, let's do this one for now.
We are on the same side here, the
Easy there, Red.
Now we're starting to gain more damage against the boars. And all the boars are slow. So what do I need? Meat, just any meat, any wild meat? Okay. Acid. Food. Alright, so 2000. Living animals. Orange now. Oh, it's like 2000. Maybe that's like orange. Or is that referring to something else? Alright, it's just changed. Oh, that's cool. It actually shows you an outline of the corpse, so you're not getting confused all the time. Okay, that makes the game a whole lot better. It's good that it actually shows you an outline of what it is. That way if you kill a ton of stuff and you're looking for something specific, it makes it a lot easier not stop wondering where the thing you killed is. Okay, now I need to just Langhorn, I'm assuming. Fire Fanghorn. Visually looks like similar to Langhorns and Blazers. I kind of prefer the way the machine catalogue was in the last one. Actually, I prefer the way all the boxes looked, so they were like barely, they weren't all just generic boxes, kind of prefer that. Look. The board is definitely more realistic. Oh, I didn't realise this was right there. I wasn't an idiot and walked right in front of it, I thought I was. Oh, that was Blaze. So the orange stuff is Blaze. Blaze colours orange now. But then Aloy just referenced Blaze as being green. I mean, it's green where she comes from. I guess it's just orange in this area. I mean, alright, sure. Is this the strangest right now? Strangers. You're just going to find another penny in one of their stockpiles. I don't have the little eye icon and the stealth icon thingy at the top. I wonder if we can get that eye icon back. Weapons, also co-pilot hold aim assist. Oh, I don't see it. Also, where's the face paint option? That's why, I mean, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure there's a thing there. This was up for a face paint. I could be completely wrong about that, I know there. Okay, good, that killed it instantly. Okay, that's a whole lot cool. Looks like an full black pit. Nice, what's that? It's the bullet last raid. Oh, I can't chance that, that was a flounder out there. Okay, now I can. Don't move, Aloy. I don't know how those things that happened about that, but the gold's actually safe. Turn around, just turn around. Thank you.
Stuff for the stash. No metal panel. Better check another scrap pile.
Yeah.
I think I have everything I need for Mildev. Good thing, too. I could use a decent meal.
So when's the last time you had a decent meal then, Aloy? Crying out loud, why is it so hard to search that damn loot crate? More valuables chest or whichever it was. Right, I can move all of this stuff. Well, okay.
Okay.
I don't need this info card to pop up every single time. Man, look how cool this is, and just the way it just looks like we're going really fast where it did. explosives slowed down a bit. Okay. Now, go back to being fast, please. Ooh! Another gem. Another green shine thing. Ooh! Alright, you can go underground like a rock breaker, eh? You can't defeat me. Or my mount. Oh no, I don't want to use up metal shards on the pangs thing. And we're back. Okay, well guys, I think that's going to be it for this part of Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. Thank you all so very much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye!